So I've made some changes. White car's still here. Cresta's still here. Ollie's Soarer's still here. Blue car's still here too. Just took it out and gave it a wash. But looks quite nice, doesn't it? So this one's a 97. The difference between that and this white car, hang on, this doesn't make sense, because that is supposed to have, maybe version 6 has color-coded door handles. Anyway, it's mainly the bumper. So this is a 97 front end, and I've actually put the 99 crystal lights on it. But have a look at that, and then have a look at, now this has got carbon fiber fog lights, but the difference is the bumper here, the way that this one, the lip fits on. You can't fit one of these lips on one of those. I think maybe this is an STi and a version 6 lip. I don't know, maybe version 5 had them. But there we go. I've still got to put that thing back under here. It's a little bit difficult by myself. I actually dragged it bit by bit using the Jeep with the handbrake on and a tow strap. And let me just show you. This is the gap I had to get it through, and there's about that much on either side, and I had to tow it back. Also, the front wheels are like inwards because I've changed the LCAs to actually, let's have a look at that while it's out. So it's got what is it? GD LCAs. Oh, you can't really see it with it on the hill. Hang on. So it's got wider track. The rear lateral arms are longer, and then so are the front LCAs. It's got STi LCAs on it, but looks quite nice, this car. It's got tinted windows too, which is a bit nicer. Still needs paint, but so anyway, let's look at the Soarer. Oh yeah, to the dude who pointed out the sway bar on that thing, thank you. I now know I need to unbolt it and flip it up. All right, this is Oliver's, my stepson, 94 Toyota Soarer. It has a naturally aspirated 2JZ non-VVTi. There's two kinds of NA engines, non-VVTi and VVTi. Non-VVTi essentially has the same end as a turbo engine, just the pistons have a thicker crown, so it's higher compression. VVTi has weaker rods, so if you get a VVTi 2J and you want to turbo it, you have to change the rods. You can keep the high compression pistons, but the ring lands aren't that strong, so you are better off doing pistons and rods if you've got a VVTi. This is non-VVTi. In fact, same as that NA engine over there, if you've seen that. So basically, the way this differs from a turbo engine, it's got a distributor which runs off a gear off the camshaft. That's how it tells the ECU when to spark and when to fire. On a turbo engine, you have a crank sensor and you have a cam sensor. In fact, on a turbo engine, they have two cam sensors, which is completely unnecessary, but it's redundancy in case one doesn't work. Now, if you wanted to turbo this, you can keep this manifoldy stuff here. It's actually two pieces, same as the turbo one. So the turbo one's got a bit like this, and then it's got a plenum here, and it comes out here, throttle body's here. You can get an adapter from this lower runners to the turbo plenum, so you can use a turbo plenum on there, or some people get, there's like this plenum with holes in it, and you just weld it onto the NA runners. Or some people just keep this bit here. I was just looking at like a RA65 Celica, and they've kept all this, and in fact their intercooler is right here. So the turbo is there, comes out into their, I think must be water to air intercooler, and then it goes straight back there into the engine. Pretty cool. So if I was going to turbo this, which Oliver and I will eventually, I guess, what you do is because the oil pump is on the front of the engine, you fit a turbo oil pump. It has the provision for a cam sensor, and then then you have a trigger wheel that the crank sensor picks up on. That tells the ECU where the crank is in its stroke. And then instead of, like, there's a guy called Super V World, and he drilled a hole in his head and welded a boss for a turbo or GTE cam sensor. What I will do, or what me and Oliver would do, is we'll run an adjustable cam gear and then use one ferrous bolt out of the 5, and the other 5 will be stainless steel bolts. So only the ferrous or the steel bolt will pick up as the cam comes around, and we'll have the cam mounted on a little bracket on the front here, and that's how it'll pick it up. So there you go, that's that. What else? Oh yeah, this isn't too bad. It needs some attention to the radiator. If you've ever got an alloy radiator, you got to ground the thing to the negative terminal of the battery. And when you got concentrate coolant, don't mix it with tap water. Mix it with distilled water. Because I made that mistake. I thought you could just mix it with tap water. I thought it'd neutralize whatever's in the tap water. It doesn't. And you end up with leaks like this radiator here. It sort of forms an electrolysis if you don't ground it. And then, if you don't use distilled water, you end up with minerals in the thing, and that also can promote electrolysis. Or corrosion rather. So looks pretty cool. I don't know whether we can see down here. I've actually got a fiberglass wide body bumper, and then I've also got some wide body guards for him if he goes some big boy wheels. Came with Series 3 tail lights, which is pretty cool. I saw a pair of these for sale for like $1,200, which is insane. But this is a nice dark blue color. These Soarers, if you don't know, they come with a digital dash. Where's the key? Key's in my pocket, actually. I'll show you what the digital dash. So this is a bit different to the Cresta digital dash, but I'll show you. I'll try and get it in there. So normally they have like a bit of bleeding around, can't even see my finger, this little bit here, but this all seems pretty good. Oh yeah, I haven't really had a look at this. So the tacho is fairly similar to the Cresta. If you don't know, I've got a digital dash in my Cresta. So yeah, just got to get a window regulator. And that's really about it. Still waiting for parts for the Blue Cars motor. I don't know, still waiting for some money. But yeah, that's about it really. Thanks for watching.